What's up, my football degenerates? It's the Dynasty Pylon on here. It's Brian the Grizzly here with Mark. We got Alec right below. What's up, guys?
What's up, everybody? How we doing? I missed y'all last Wednesday. I'm glad to be back. Had to come extra prepared, extra strapped.
Well, we're going to be talking about a lot of things today. So, that's why I wanted to kind of get started. Because there's some things that have been happening around the NFL. There's still a lot of questions surrounding teams, and I wanted to do a 2-round mock draft. This will be our Dynasty Pylon 1.0 mock draft. We will be choosing for all the teams, all 32. We'll be making the decision and going with it. So that's going to be a fun time. I can't wait to be able to do that with you guys. But before we get into that, let's look at the news. The news around the NFL. We have the Giants signing Russell Wilson. What the hell? What are the Giants doing? Does anyone know? Like, I thought Jameis they're going to do Jameis and then draft somebody. What the hell are they doing now?
Well, I guess I can start it out.
Yeah.
I'm an Eagles fan and whatnot. Got to talk down about the Giants that we've had more wins against than they have us. Okay, so the Giants, I feel like they're kind of doing what the Steelers did last year, where they bring in 2 QBs, have them battle it out, which one they think could truly bring most wins to their organization is who they're going to end up starting with, which realistically, who should that be? I think it should be Jameis. I think Russ is, he's much older. I think that on the Giants team, that's a horrible offensive line. Well, let me ask you this. Would you rather have a guy who's much older, who isn't as mobile as he used to be, on a terrible offensive line, start for QB knowing dang well he could get hit hard and injured? Or would you rather have the younger guy who is more shifty, who can move around more?
Jameis Winston can't move at all.
Listen, crab legs Winston is fine.
He is the slowest guy I've ever seen. He is awful at moving.
Is he faster than Russell Wilson?
No.
Come on now.
Russell Wilson is 10 times faster.
Nah. Listen, I would rather have Winston starting. Give him a shot, but hey, we'll see what they do. They're definitely not drafting a quarterback. If they did, that would be the most bizarre thing for them to do. Honestly.
All right, so I got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think Jameis Winston's 40 time was coming out of college?
Well, obviously, according to him, he's just an absolute beast who deserves every starting shot he can get. I will guess, because he wasn't the fastest guy, I guess his was like let's say like a 4.45, something like that.
A 4.5 for famous Jameis?
Yeah, 4.45, 4.45. Sure, why not?
God, I can understand you guys now. It's great.
Oh, hey, welcome back.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was only getting like every other word, and I'm like, I am not going to be able to be on this show if this is all I'm getting.
All right, I'll ask you the same question I asked Alec. What do you think is Jameis Winston?
We're all better now. We're good.
What do you think is Jameis Winston's 40 time? Coming out of college. What do you think
Winston's 40? Like at the combine when he did?
Yeah, at the combine. Coming out of college. What do you think his 40 time was?
4.65.
Wow, you guys are real. Jameis Winston couldn't run his stuff out of a weight paper bag. Jameis Winston actually
wow. I thought
ran a slower time than Membu.
5.2.
Yeah, he ran a slower time than Membu.
No way. Wow.
During his pro day, he ran 4.97. During the combine, it was like a 5.12. So what I'm telling you is that Jameis Winston cannot run, guys. I don't know where everyone's thinking. He cannot move in the pocket. He is not. The only thing he could do is get the ball away quickly. Well, guess what? That's the same thing Russell Wilson can do, except Russell Wilson right now can outrun Jameis Winston when he was 21. Today. My point is,
I have no doubts in that.
Who's more elusive?
Well, I mean, Russ does have more experience being with the Seahawks so long when they had a bad offensive line running for his life. So I guess you're right there. He would be more experienced at avoiding the sack than Jameis. Crab's legs Winston.
That's what he always does. Dude, I can't believe he was literally that slow. I remember talking about it, but, it's been such a long time that people kind of forget. He is not fast. He is probably one of the slowest quarterbacks we've ever seen run. Got a combine.
Watch, he's gonna prove you wrong. He's just gonna stumble upon this podcast like, nah, screw those guys. I'm gonna show them how fast I really am.
Dude, I can outrun Jameis Winston today, right now. And I'm about to be 40 today. I can outrun him. Well, I mean that's news overall. I mean, we knew that Russ had to sign with someone. I was surprised that he signed with them, but you know, it kind of is what it is. You don't really get worried about it. I don't know exactly what their plan is, but it does look like it does not include Shedeur Sanders. So,
nope.
Keep that in mind when we're doing our mock draft. So, in other news, guess who's still not on the Pittsburgh Steelers?
Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers still doing. He's been there. He's done all the stuff. They've talked about contracts. He's still down the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Damn. Is he even going to be picked up at all? This is just crazy at this point.
Why do you think Pittsburgh's even dealing with him?
I mean, if they really needed him that badly, shouldn't they have already signed him by now? I mean, the Aaron Rodgers news is always, oh, which team wants me? I'm this big shot QB, you know, big time MVP caliber quarterback. How dare you guys not want me? And now I'm going to talk to the Steelers. And you know, Mike Tomlin does not like that kind of ego that he would bring. That's the only thing. Mike Tomlin has a certain way he likes to do things. So if they sign him, he's expecting Aaron Rodgers to conform to the Steeler way. So, well,
isn't that then their fault for letting both their quarterbacks walk out the door?
Well, 100%. Yeah, 100%. You know, that's on them.
I mean, it's horrible, right? So now both of the two quarterbacks that started last season for the Steelers are now going to be starting in MetLife Stadium. Both of them on different teams. And Pittsburgh doesn't have anyone still. I'm sorry. My correction, Mason Rudolph. He doesn't.
There you go. Mason Rudolph. Yeah, don't disrespect the GOAT like that ever again. All right.
The only goat thing about him is he might look like a goat. He's the goat getting his helmet put on by Myles Garrett.
He helped save Christmas. Okay.
Yeah. Show some respect.
Oh man, that's funny. Oh, Rudolph, thank you. And the other news, so we still waiting to see who's the QB number one in Minnesota. Minnesota told Aaron Rodgers they don't want him because they didn't want to go down that whole Brett Favre road. So McCarthy is still waiting to hear that he's QB1. The Vikings want to give him QB1, but they're not going to, just hand it to him on a silver platter. They're going to make him earn it. Or are they? Because who the hell is actually behind him? You guys, I mean,
do they even have anybody on the roster?
I'm confused by the idea of QB1. What does that mean?
Obviously, you're the starting quarterback. Obviously,
what does it mean for them? Because if there's no one else there, aren't you QB1?
Yeah. Well, at the same day, I think when coaches say stuff like that, it's more so because it's the NFL. It's a competitive locker room, just like how it is in college. And they only want the best player to start, and we all know he's going to start. But they have to say, oh, well, we got to make sure that he actually is feeling okay, that he earns it. Make sure that he's healthy. So of course they're going to save face and say that because that just makes the most sense. You're an organization. You can't just say, oh yeah, just because we have no one else, he's the automatic starter, even though that's what we all know is going to happen. We got to see how he plays first.
I think this doesn't matter. I think Minnesota knows they have to make him the QB1, but they don't want to make the same mistake that Chicago did with Caleb, annoying them too fast. But you don't have anyone else in there. No, there's no faking. You have to.
They do have another quarterback on their roster.
Don't they have who?
Brett Rippon.
But he was on the practice squad. I don't know if he's actually on the actual roster.
No, he's on the active roster right now.
Really?
He's going to be ripping it deep. All right.
Well, they had Jonathan Allen on there, so I'm assuming it's current.
The one I have on ESPN still has 0 other quarterbacks on the roster.
That's fine. You know what? You never know. Maybe they'll just pull like the most craziest thing and get a QB later
In the
in the
draft?
draft. Yeah, you know, wouldn't that be funny? Last year, first rounder. This year, fourth round QB, and that fourth round QB takes a starting job. Man, that would look bad.
What do they think they're Washington?
Yeah, exactly. Give Kirk Cousins, Kirk O'Chains a call, you know?
Hey, we did that in one draft, okay?
You did it in the first, the same draft.
You did, yes.
Same draft, first and fourth round.
Like, man, Jay Gruden, you're an idiot. He's part of the reason why it didn't work with RG3, just him.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't. I don't know exactly what they're doing, but okay, well, you know, you want your veterans to feel like this young guy earned it, so do it, whatever. I don't think it's going to do anything but hurt you. And I think you see it in the power rankings that have been released. They have Minnesota below that team up north.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't talk about them. I don't like them, so.
I hear that they have great cheese, you know, that they have
Speaking
amazing
of
cheese.
QBs and QB rooms, what are the Browns doing?
I don't know. And I think Kirk Cousins is going to find a way.
To be fair, what I sent earlier was fake news. Not happening.
Mark, we have integrity
I got sent this
here.
notification that the Browns and Cowboys were in negotiations for a trade and featuring Dak Prescott.
No, there's no way.
Fake
no.
news. Cowboys came out real quick and said, this is not happening.
That also doesn't make any sense. They don't have enough money to even do it.
Huh?
They don't have enough money to do it.
No.
Yeah.
You know, right? As of right now, Kenny Pickett's going to be the guy starting.
After that, credible sources said that they're trying to get Kirk Cousins to lift his no trade clause.
Well, this is what I'm saying. Kirk Cousins being in Cleveland, I think that's what's going to happen. Kirk Cousins. We've been talking about this for months, right? Cleveland is the perfect place for him.
Why not go to the Steelers?
I don't know. I think Pittsburgh just doesn't want him.
Whereas I think he'd be a good fit for that, for a Pat Freiermuth, you know, DK. I think that'd be actually a great fit for Kirk because he loves his tight ends and he loves those big wide receivers.
But he doesn't throw the ball deep.
You're right. Not as much as he definitely used to. That's for sure.
Yeah, he also doesn't have the touch they used to have. So I don't know if that works. And Kirk Cousins also is another guy who's not very elusive.
No. He's far from elusive. Holy crap.
He's like he has 1 foot in cement. That's Kirk Cousins.
Let me ask you this. In their prime, who's more elusive, Kirk Cousins or Ryan? What was his name? Was it Ryan Matthews? No. What's his name? The guy for the Falcons. I'm spacing. Is it Matt Ryan? Yeah, Matt Ryan. Who's more elusive?
Matt Ryan.
Mm-hmm. Damn.
He was faster.
He
was younger in their prime.
Yeah,
in their prime.
Matt Ryan just didn't have to because he could get the ball out quick, and his line was at least decent enough that he wasn't getting out.
And he read the whole everything, and he could make every throw. Matt Ryan had all the tools, all the tools.
Just all right. So Patriots.
Yeah, he in the first half. Now in the second half. All right. With the NFL going to, I guess, adopt the return, kickoff return rules that they did from last year, but they're going to change one thing only. They will move all the touchbacks to 35-yard line instead of 30.
Oh, damn.
Do you think that makes more teams want to keep the ball in bounds and actually make it a play, or do you think people just don't care? They're going to kick it off, touchback 35-yard line?
I think the extra 5 yards. And extra 5 yards does make a difference, I think. When you told me that, I was kind of disappointed. I thought the change was going to be, you don't have to announce if you're doing an onside kick or not.
I wish, that'd be nice.
Yeah. That should have been the only thing that changed, really, because that when you announce it, well, there's no surprise no more. Okay, and you have to be trailing too. That's the thing. You have to be trailing in the fourth quarter to use it. That's so. Anyways. But no, it will make a little bit of a difference. You know, an extra 5 yards, It's just more tools for the offense, if you ask me.
Okay. What do you think? What do you think, Mark? What do you think, Mark?
I feel like we're like a news station. You're like,
I honestly
you,
thought it
Mark.
was gonna. When I first heard that they were gonna tweak it,
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was gonna go the other way. I thought they were gonna move it to like the 25,
Mm.
and then they were.
They're not trying to encourage it. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so now I thought maybe they're trying to not encourage, kicking it in the end zone.
Mm.
Which I guess they're going to encourage you to kick it more in the end zone.
They would encourage you to kick it.
To be running it back, but
They
now
want to run it back. Yeah, they want to make it a
that's
play.
what I'm saying. I thought they were going to encourage to take to take
Mm-hmm.
the kickbacks, or to make it not as many kicks coming out to be returned, because
No, it makes sense.
yeah,
I mean,
I
I
don't
understand why. Yeah. Hey, what's up? What's up, Albert?
it's interesting.
Okay. So
Hey, what's up,
we also have Stephon Diggs, right? Signed with the Patriots through a 3-year, $69 million contract. Was that average $23 million a year? It's not bad. What do you guys think about that?
Well, if you ask me, I think it's great for the Patriots and it's great for Stephon Diggs as far as him being the alpha there. And finally, Drake May's got somebody. The real question is, just like everybody's mind is, one, is Diggs going to be healthy, after his injury? And two, is he going to keep this lip in check and not cause drama in the locker room like he seems to always do? You don't
think? I think he's afraid of Mike Vrabel.
Really?
Well, I think there's that, but also he's clearly the number one receiver there. So, like by far.
You know what? You don't throw the ball to Butte? Like,
yeah. I mean, maybe.
No, I hear you. I feel you. I understand that. No, I think that you're right. That's probably why, because of those reasons, because of that, that's why you're not going to get any lip out of him. I think Vrabel's going to keep him straight. Vrabel will kick him off the team and then beat him up. So, yeah, that's just what it's going to be. What about this? So this is the last thing I want to talk
Probably
about.
Built it in
News-wise.
his contract too,
Yeah, I could be. Hey, if you want to get off this team, you got to be in the ring with me for 3 rounds, 3 minutes play time. Ooh,
you have 3 blow-ups, and then your contract's null and void, sir.
Oh man,
We'll give you 2.
Terrible. That sounds terrible. That's never going to be able to deal with that. What do you think about Puca Nacua talking about he's going to retire at 30? He wants to quit at 30.
Really? Huh. I mean, NFL players say a lot of strange things all the time. I don't know if it'll actually be true about that.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. He's 23 years old, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he plays 7 more years. That means he will play 9 years in the NFL.
I mean, isn't that technically above the average expectancy for an average NFL player?
Puca Nacua.
Yeah, Puca.
Oh,
yeah. So
must have been hanging out.
Nacua wants to retire.
At 30.
Exactly. That's what Aaron Donald said. He wanted to do more things in his life. So why would that surprise me at all?
Well, you're right. If it's 9 years and if he truly feels great, he would probably retire at 30 if his final season landed them a Super Bowl ring. And then he'd be like, all right, I'm going out on top. I'm happy as can be. I could see that. Otherwise, I don't know. Whenever an NFL player says that when they're really young, a lot can happen in those 9 years. So who's to say that he wouldn't leave earlier because of unfortunate injuries? Hope not. Or who's to say he decides not? I want to stay longer. I got family, I got this and that, and all this. There's a lot of things goes through someone's mind. Everyone can make up their mind, but it's easily changed within years to come.
Okay, no, I mean I can see that. I also can see him just doing it, but we'll see. We'll see. Martin came in and says this man just wants attention. That's all he wants. He wants people to look at him. He just lost Cooper Kupp. He's like, look, give me all the attention. Give me all the LA-ness. This is what I want. Look at me. Look at me. What up, Martin?
Welcome, Martin. We miss you.
Always. All right, guys. So that's most of the news that we've gotten going in the NFL right now. I mean, it's a slower time. This is like the third and fourth level of free agency. So you're not seeing huge moves.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the last big one, I guess you call him big, it would be Aaron Rodgers. I just want him to retire. He's on my fantasy team too. I still want to retire. I need that spot open. Oh man. All right, guys. So next thing we're gonna do this fantasy draft. We have it for 2 rounds. We're gonna choose for all the teams. That's how the way it's gonna go. We're gonna discuss it. 2 out of 3 wins, and whoever has it gets the pick. All right, so that's what we're gonna do. Cooper Kupp has sucked deep for 3 seasons. I've been saying it forever. I don't know why people are talking about him. Stop it. But he's back in Seattle now.
Mm-hmm.
Let him be in Seattle.
Yo,
the
yo,
Equinox,
yo.
what's up?
What's up, my guy? Welcome.
Appreciate you jumping in.
We're talking about mocks, baby. I'm excited. Let's get this mock on. Yeah.
This is what we do. All right, let me see if I can put the right one I want. Yeah, there. Cool. 100%.
I can't wait to do this mock and then have most of my picks be 90% wrong. I can't wait for this.
This is all you got, man. Mario said he's going to suck D there too. Doesn't matter.
Oh man.
The Equinox says, who's going to mess it up first? We know which one's going to mess it up first. All right, here we go, guys. I'm going to start the draft. We got 40 seconds to go. Oh, wait a minute. Why are you doing this? Why are you
I need that freaking chime playing for every pick.
I would love that if we could do that.
You know, it's funny for my
so fast.
Yeah. I was gonna say for my fantasy leagues, actually, whenever I do my league's actual draft for the whole first round, I make it a big deal and actually play that chime in the background for everybody's first round pick. You know, it's great. I love it.
All right, so let's try this one more time. Let's start the draft. All right, we're on the clock. We're in Tennessee. What do we want to do? Who do we want to get?
Let's get that edge guy. What is his name? Carter, right?
Bill Carter?
Yeah.
What you got, Mark?
Cam Ward.
I'm going Cam Ward too. So let's go draft Cam Ward. All right. Cleveland, what we got?
This is the wild card for me because I've heard they want to trade down.
I can see them doing that, but
I would say Abdul Carter would be the best fit here, but
I'm still doing Abdul Carter no matter what.
Well,
you do need help on the board side.
Sure.
Right.
Why
Abdul
not?
Carter. Okay. Now we have the New York Jets. We know we're not going Shador Sanders. So who should we go now?
Hunter. Let's go with
Travis Hunter. I like it. I'm going Travis Hunter too.
Yeah, Travis Hunter, because for Jameis Winston's good throws, he can be a receiver.
Yeah.
If there's bad throws, he could be a corner.
He can be a defender. Exactly. It doesn't matter.
And Travis Hunter's going to be a beast, baby. Let's go.
All right. So we got the 4th pick. We have the Patriots. Who are the Patriots going to grab? They need a cornerback, offensive tackle, wide receiver, and edge. I'm going to put in my name in the hat for Membu. I want Membu.
You want Membu?
Mm-hmm. He's been flying up the boards. What do you got to say?
Well, they
do need a tackle.
Yeah, I was thinking like
Will Campbell.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Help out that.
What you got, Mark?
No, I think Membu goes higher than Campbell.
I go Membu too. So that's Membu then. All right.
Hunter.
5th pick. Right. Travis Hunter's already gone. So who's Jaguars go with then?
Oh yeah, sorry.
So probably 5th pick Jaguars. Best. They need a cornerback.
Well, considering their needs
Will
are
Johnson.
corner and corner.
Will Johnson probably that'd be the next best pick.
Will Johnson.
Yeah,
I
Will
agree. I think Will
Johnson.
Johnson makes the most sense.
Yeah, I can make a whole video about the different corners I like coming out this year, but Will Johnson. We'll just
If
keep
we
it
can
simple.
find him, what the hell?
Yeah, Yui passed him.
Oh,
He's like, he was like,
draft.
yeah, there you go.
All right, we with the Raiders. The Raiders. Where are we going?
You know what? This is
I
where
think this is where the Raiders Raider. I think they go Genty.
See,
I think they go Genty too. What do you say?
See, I want to say Genty, but like, man, let's just say Shador Sanders actually gets picked by them. You know, they actually get their quarterback.
All right, I'm willing to go Shador, even though everything says Genty to me.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just try it out.
I think they go Genty, but
I think they go Genty too. But I want to just try out Shador and see what the draft changes on this. All right. The Jets, they're 7th pick. After having Justin
Mason
Fields,
Graham.
I think you think Mason Graham. Okay, I'm going to go Tyler Warren.
Really? Oh wait, did they lose Conklin? Or no?
No, but you know what? I think Tyler Warren is a great tight end for them. I think that works perfectly with the weapons.
Even if Conklin's there, I still think Tyler Warren's an improvement.
100%.
Sure. I mean, I can see it.
I see him going like a D tackle, but sure, we can do Warren.
Really? I thought that they still had a great D tackle, so their defense is good, and they need to give offensive skills for their new toy.
It says they needed a defensive tackle. That's why I thought maybe Mason Graham, but
I think Mason Graham goes here.
Panthers.
Well, they already have one solid.
They don't need a defensive tackle.
They don't need them, so what do you guys go then? I'm willing to listen.
Either edge or
offensive lineman. Will Campbell here with Carolina?
No, I think it'd be better if it was either edge or a wide receiver like McMillan or something like that.
McMillan? I like McMillan. I'll go McMillan. We okay with that?
Then they go receiver. Yeah. I can see that. Yeah, I'm good with that.
Well, McMillan is
landing spot.
What about you?
All right, what we got?
This is where Campbell goes. He stays home.
The Saints go Campbell
goes.
Guard. 100% will. Yeah, 100%.
I like it.
They need it bad. They need it bad. So yes.
The Bears. If this is how the draft board comes up, they run to the podium and take Mason Graham.
Yes.
They race to the podium and get
Holy crap. I just realized who's going to get someone at 12. That's
I
crazy.
do too.
Oh my God.
It's
no
all
way.
because of you, Alec.
Hey.
Mark said he wanted to go to the Raiders. It is all because of you. All right, San Francisco. I don't know what.
Hey, this actually works out because I think the kid from North Carolina could be better.
Omarion?
Yeah. Anyway, so number 11.
So San Francisco, where we got?
They needed help on the offense bad. Oh gosh.
I think Kelvin Banks could end up being here, but he's falling down a lot of draft boards.
See, that's kind of hard for me to decide. They might just do like something completely out of left field.
Damn, they need offensive line, don't they?
They do, and Kelvin Banks could be the guard or tackle technically.
So then that would be a good fit then, because then they can move him around if he's a multi-piece. That makes sense.
I think we have to do that because we're running out of time. So I have to go with that.
All right, I already know. I don't want to look.
Now we left Genty for Dallas, but didn't have to trade up or nothing. Ashton Genty is down with the Dallas Cowboys.
Dallas is going to mess it up. Just watch.
All right. What do we go with the Miami Dolphins?
What do they need? Guard.
Simmons?
A lot of.
Man, are they knocking two over here saying they need a QB?
What
I guess so.
They go Shador Sanders? He's already off our board, so it's not a choice. Would you go would Jackson Dart be someone that you go?
I was there. Did they go Dart maybe?
Real quick. I mean, I know we're on the clock.
I think they go James Pierce, but
James Pierce, yeah. No, that's not bad. Sure. Someone to go with Chop Robinson. Absolutely.
Exactly. I think that's what they go. Oh, he said Dolphins go safety. This is a good place for safety too. I mean,
yeah. I was going to ask how long is Tyreek Hill's contract.
Holland.
I was going to ask how long Tyreek Hill's contract is because
Let's go Imanwari.
Sure.
I think that actually was really
Okay,
smart of
that'll
everybody. That works. Imanwari. The
That
Colts
is where
in the
Barron
corner.
goes.
Oh, okay.
Or do they
You like
go
this?
Loveland?
I think they go Loveland.
Mhm.
Too high for Loveland?
I think they go Loveland here at 14. I think they go Loveland.
Yes, I
I was
agree.
gonna say
I like that. I like that pick. All right, 15 Atlanta. They need edge. DN, wide receiver, linebacker.
100%. James Pierce here.
James Pierce Jr.
100%. That's a no-brainer.
Colts. Martin says the Colts go tight end, just like they do every year.
Mm-hmm. Arizona, I think that they're probably going to be the first linebackers going to be taken off the board.
Okay, so we should go Jalen Walker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Georgia. Be a good fit for him.
All right, we got Cincinnati now. They need defensive line, tackle, edge, defensive, whatever.
I don't know why it says that they need wide receiver. That's crazy.
No, exactly.
Yeah, no, that's not updated. No way.
Amar Stewart is right in their face right now, and so is Mykel Williams.
So which one do you want more?
I think Mykel Williams fits better.
Okay. I'm down.
You think Mykel, Mark?
I think so too. They got to replace Sam Hubbard. So
exactly.
And
especially
Trey Henderson.
All right, Seattle. Seattle needs tight end, offensive guard, linebacker, QB. I don't think they need QB though right now.
No, I mean Jackson Dart is the only option I could think of for QB, but I
think they go wide receiver and go Matthew Golden. But
actually, yes, no. I agree. It's got to be a wide receiver.
What do you say, Mark?
No, I agree with wide receiver on this one.
Either Golden or Burton, one of the two.
Golden, I like Golden right now but I understand Burton too. But I think that makes a lot of sense. All right, 19. We had the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They need edge, tight end, Shamar Stewart. Exactly where I would go.
Yeah,
that just seems like it fits, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Denver is up here. I know why I'm going for Denver.
Better not
Omarion.
No.
Omarion right now to Denver. Omarion Hampton going to Denver. That makes too much sense.
Nah, put Caleb Johnson there. He would fit better for the scheme. Don't take Omarion from me, bro.
Omarion,
you're horrible.
Is definitely going to Denver.
I hope
this is where Dart goes.
Do they go Dart or do they go wait around and go Milrow?
Nah, Dart or Ewers or whatever his name is, Quinn. One of those two.
And then it's Jackson Dart.
I think they go Dart.
Okay.
That's a Dart.
Jackson Dart. All right. Now we're with the Chargers.
Nolan or Barron?
No, I think I like Kenneth Grant. Hear me out. Hear me out.
Oh, I go Kenneth Grant. I didn't realize
No.
Because the Michigan ties.
Oh, so you think he'll pick his guy because he
He'll pick his guy if it's that close.
Sure.
I don't give two craps about this.
Josh
give him like the worst pick, like
I think they go
999. Nah,
I think they go wide receiver. I think they go Luther Burden the third.
But again, though, I think
they go Burden.
I don't see it, but sure, I guess we can do that. I feel like that would not be great.
They have to. They didn't get it. They didn't upgrade it.
Barron's still there?
Yeah, but they still got 3 young guys. It's like how many young
they can't control it. They can't do anything with them. Or Igbuka, what all the mock drafts are saying Igbuka.
I would hate to see him go there. He's a good wide receiver, but
choose one of them.
And fine, I'll pick Burn.
Because I really don't want Igbuka to go there. I don't want to hate him. All right, Minnesota offensive guards, cornerback, running back. I think you have to go here. You got to go cornerback. I think Barron's
Barron.
still there. I think going there makes the most sense.
I would actually rather see them take running back, to be honest. I think
Do you
that the
think
way
they'll
that
go with the third running back off the board?
sure. I don't have it's either them or it's going to be
The
the next
first
pick that
round?
will.
Didn't they just trade for a running back from
Did
49ers?
Oh,
Yeah,
Mason?
they got Jordan Mason.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And Aaron Jones.
Yeah,
is
they're
there
not
now.
going running back first round.
I think they go wide. I'm sorry. I think Barron goes.
Sure.
Texas.
I like Barron. That'll help the defense.
I mean, their defense is already fine.
Mark's mom loves Minnesota, so I know he knows about this too. So, I mean, I really don't want them to have anyone good, but whatever.
That's where Josh Simmons goes.
Josh
So they
Simmons
can
definitely
replace
goes to the freaking Texans. There's
Mhm.
no
Yep.
doubt in my mind.
Have
That's
to.
where he goes.
Best available, and they have the need.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The Rams, they need
Or,
offensive tackle, they need linebacker and lead edge. Mike Green is there. Skirton is there. I think Jack Sawyer is a second rounder. But Gray Zabel, who could play all 5 positions on the offensive line, seems like a guy that goes to LA.
I don't know. I see them going more so either edge or linebacker than I do offensive tackle.
I'm okay with that. Wherever you guys want to go. But do they reach for edge? Is it Mike Green?
Are they
You just
going
say
the kid out of
Marshall?
or are they going the kid out of Alabama, linebacker?
Oh, yeah. What's his name?
Ooh, that's a good pick. That's a good
yeah.
This is
one.
about where I
Jahad
see him
Campbell.
going in mock draft.
Jahad
Yeah.
Campbell. No,
Yes.
that's right, Mark. That's right.
Mhm. That's
Jahad Campbell.
perfect.
All right, we're on Baltimore, who needs offensive tackle,
Yeah, this is
offensive
about where I
guard,
keep seeing
edge.
him.
Yeah.
So where?
I can see him getting edge, but I'm not sure if
Mike
what's
Green
his
is still
name?
there. Mike Green is a first round pick, guys.
Eh,
He
he would
is.
be a good complimentary piece.
Yeah, he's there.
He's gonna fall 2
Wait,
more
hold
spots.
Who's all? Wait, never mind. I forgot they traded for Hopkins. Otherwise, I would say Mbuka or something would be great.
I would too, but yeah, because
But
I already
they
got
traded for
Hopkins. I think Mike
Yeah.
Green's here.
Yeah. Damn, I wonder who's gonna get Mbuka then. Nah.
No,
These
Nah,
motherfuckers
Walter
right
Nolan.
here.
I'm just kidding.
Walter Nolan is no. I think this works for here.
Another
Well,
D tackle.
edge, but they also need edge though.
They
And
would
Skirchin is there.
They would probably want to go edge because they'd love to build up that defense to be really aggressive, and he is someone who loves to get after. So
Skirtin's there. But so is Stephon Rebel Jr.
Actually, you know what? No, what's his name? Stephon went Rebel. Is he CB?
Mm-hmm.
Oh look, 2 up on my positions, corner and edge. Go figure.
I don't know, man.
That's one.
This one's
Two
kind
of
of
them.
hard for me. I'm
gonna go Nick Skirt. I'm gonna go Skirtin because
Yeah.
I want to go Skirtin
Oh,
because I think that
Skirtin.
makes sense. Yeah.
Well, sure. Take all the good edge rushers before we go. That's how it is.
Yeah, it happens.
All right.
Your team
You
did
lost your defensive tackle, but you already have one behind him.
Mm-hmm.
We lost a defensive tackle and signed like 15 of them in free agency. I
You
don't
did.
need
You
defensive
really
tackle.
did. You really did.
Do you see Revel Jr. go in here or no?
My dad was like, "Why did we sign another defensive tackle today?" I'm like, "I don't know." I'm
I
not
think
making these
that
decisions.
Stephon
Talk to the
Rebel
owner,
Jr.
Mark. God.
Stephon
Come
Rebel
on
Jr.
now.
makes a lot of sense here.
Yes.
Who?
You know, Stephon Rebel Jr. 6'2", 194 pounds.
Never
Eastern
heard of him.
Carolina. He's
6'2",
probably the best hips.
194. Oh,
I think
corner?
that-
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hips don't lie.
that's
Let's
yep,
go.
yep. I
That's
like
you?
it. I was
Okay.
just gonna say, I think we go corner here.
And that's funny because they'll probably piss off the Bills.
Yeah. So now the Bills have to decide who
Probably
they
because
want.
that's probably what they wanted. But
I agree with Martin though. I think
They can bring
Harmon
in
goes
Starks.
here.
It's fine.
Harmon could go there. Why not Mbuka? Because don't they need a wide receiver? He would be great with
Ooh.
Josh Allen. He would kill it with Josh Allen. And you know that he would be a wide receiver 1 there. He would 100% fit for the Bills?
I think you go Derek Harmon.
Okay.
I think they go defensive tackle first because they need the help.
I think so too.
All right.
But what that leaves is Ibuka for Kansas City.
And that's not fair, man.
But I think this makes sense the way it's falling. I think Ibuka ends up in Kansas City. I'm taking that. What happens with your team?
All right, listen, we do need edge, but so many of the edges have been taken that I would have liked. Linebacker wise,
there's only been one linebacker, and Demetrius Knight is still there for South Carolina. Is still there.
Now
they got Jack Sawyer.
It is a reach. He is a reach.
Carson Swoosh and Singer.
So instead,
it's a reach.
Here's what I think. Even though, if it's not an edge,
Jack Sawyer's right there.
You know, I mean, he is. But I could also see that guy that you mentioned, a certain Greg Zabel.
Greg Zabel is amazing.
It would be a great fit because the Eagles seem to have a lot of issues with that one position. That's why they keep signing all these guys. Put him on the Eagles with that offensive line coach. They could put him anywhere. If anyone gets hurt, he will fill that role.
Sold. He makes so much more sense. That makes a lot of sense. Even though Nolan, but they already have so many defensive tackles. Why wouldn't you figure out your off the line before you go on?
Yeah.
All right. We're on the second round. We're in Cleveland, guys. Where does Cleveland go?
Man. Who did they get in the first round again? It was the what was it? Edge,
Abdul Carter.
Abdul Carter. Yeah. Ooh. Okay. Damn. So they already got their edge secured. How well do you trust Chubb to be who he is,
I think you go Josh Connerly Jr.
Actually, that makes more sense. Work on O-line, D-line. Build those interior up first. That's what builds championship teams.
All right. The Giants, who also should be doing the same thing, but they won't because they're stupid.
100%.
I think Jack Sawyer ends up here.
Jack Sawyer, I agree with that. That's not a bad pick at all. Tennessee.
All right, Tennessee.
Oh, man. They need to work on that old line just in general. And the Eagles,
especially if you go in quarterback early, you need to go all offensive line. And Wyatt, I think Wyatt is a good pick right here. But Tyler Booker is a great offensive guard.
I don't know on top of my head how many of the guards compared to tackles are really good this year going into the draft. I would say that since a bunch of tackles have been taken, that means guards are probably falling. So I would say they probably go for a guard. If the best offensive tackles have been taken already, might as well get your guard situation figured out.
Well, it's pick 35, and Wyatt is exactly pick 35 ranked.
What do you
now,
think, Mark?
remember, Walter Nolan is still here. Ranked 20.
So someone's
on a team that needs defensive line help.
Actually, yes. No, sorry. That would make a lot of sense. Because didn't they lose like a couple of guys in the free agency?
I think, yeah. I don't think you can let Nolan pass by you again. What about you, Mark? You think, yeah?
Yeah, I don't think you can. I mean, he's ranked 20th.
And you're at the 34, 35 pick. And that's just good. You didn't get Graham in the first round. Go on Walter Nolan. That's a win.
That's
all right. Steal. Jacksonville needs cornerback.
I forget. There's a corner, but man,
we got Morrison, but I'm not a huge Morrison guy.
No, there's a corner that's a hybrid who can play both nickel and can play safety. So he wouldn't be a bad pick. I forget his name.
You don't think Malachi Starks is the guy?
Maybe that's the hybrid I'm thinking of. You could put him down in nickel, could put him down or up there in safety. He would be an improvement over who they got currently. I think it's
okay, Mark, with Malachi. Okay.
Sorry, I'm just having a lot of issues with my
No,
computer.
I know. I saw you say yeah, so I'm gonna go with that.
All right.
All right. So the Raiders, we had him take Shedeur Sanders, right?
Rightfully so.
They need wide receiver.
Ooh, show me the wide receivers available because I think there'd be a great pick here.
Higgins is really
That's a reach.
That's a big.
Never mind. Wow, never mind. For some reason, I thought
Caleb Johnson, guys. I'm just throw this out there for you guys. Caleb Johnson would make a lot of sense if you didn't go Ashton Jeanty in the first round.
Question: Caleb Johnson, or do you like Judkins more? Because I like Judkins more personally.
I think Judkins is going to go after Travion Henderson and Dylan Sampson.
Okay, then I guess Henderson or Johnson. Who do you think, Mark, for the running backs?
I like Henderson here. I mean, I thought they were to go Jeanty, so they'll probably go running back here.
I think he's I like it. I do like it. Patriots need cornerback, wide receiver, edge. Wide receiver we already know is kind of
I mean, I don't know if they would necessarily go wide receiver. They could very well go edge here or offensive tackle. It's one of the two.
Yeah, Princely
or Milliam. Millam. You like Princely?
Yeah, Princely, because you gotta focus on that. Well,
yeah,
sure.
All right, we're gonna go Princely. Yeah. Okay. All right, my Bears. We went and got defensive tackle first. No, what did we get first? We got defensive tackle or Mason Graham.
Yep.
So we're going to go Milliam. We're going to go Milliam.
Of course.
Let him fight for a left tackle.
I'm
gonna make sure. I heard a lot of stuff about him. 6'6", short arms. No, we're not going Milliam.
Well, everyone has short arms.
Hey, you wouldn't, but maybe the Bears front office will. You never know.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
You know Caleb Johnson.
That's exactly what I was just thinking.
It's funny because I was just about to ask you, hey, how long is what's-his-face Swift under contract for?
Well, see, I wanted to go Kenshawn Junkins later, but I think Caleb Johnson is the best available right now.
Yeah. Another offensive player, 100%. They have to work on that offensive line.
So, Saints?
I think that they could go Booker.
Booker? I like Booker. I think Booker is the perfect place. I think that actually happens.
Yeah, Booker.
I think that actually happens. Now Chicago comes back again, and you still get your offensive tackle.
Yeah, do it. I think that's great. Now, which one would you prefer, though?
You gotta go Milliam because he's the only one that's actually a real left tackle.
Yeah, I was good. Well, I mean, the other guy's 45. That's not too much of a reach, but
I'm not sure he's a left or a right.
I'm not care so much about the ranks. I care more about the fit. That's more so me.
The Bears need someone with longer arms, and that's the problem with Milliam, but we'll do it anyway. Whatever. Okay.
I get the fits, but I don't. If it's like the 40th pick, I'm not trying to get someone who's ranked 60.
Yeah. No. I agree.
It's crazy that Ewers and Dart is still there, right? They're both still there, right?
There's Jets right here.
Yeah.
But Tyreek Williams is sitting there. He said he was a tackle.
Yeah, I did earlier. Yeah, you pair him up with Williams, and it's just a good pair. I don't hate it.
I think that's a good one. Okay.
Yeah, you can't
go.
So
now San Francisco, who needs all the offensive line you could get.
You see, and they've been getting screwed according to this mock by a lot of guys. So I feel like they're almost forced here, unless they decide to trade. But I don't think we can trade, picks and whatnot. So
I think he's interesting. Multiple offensive line. He's 4'9", He's very
look at his span.
His arms are 33.78, almost a 34. Man, I want him from the Bears now.
Damn shame.
324.
Trying to tell you.
Good 40. Damn it. I want
damn
him.
Shame.
Damn it.
Well, it looks like we know who messed up first.
Damn it. It's me.
Trying to
Oh,
tell
this
you.
is
You're like,
the
"Nah, I
guy I
don't want
want.
to enjoy it."
Yeah.
Oh, guys, Bears,
Them
don't make that mistake.
boys,
Don't
DJ
make that mistake.
Sanders.
Yeah. Cowboys,
Oh,
now that they got their
Yeah,
running
no,
back.
Sanders is that. Sanders is that guy. This is it.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Sanders has to be the guy.
Ooh.
It works. It works
This
so
would
much for
this
him.
would be a good thing for them to do. Linebacker for the never mind. You already did Cowboys. Never mind. I'm good.
I'm going to say
Who did we draft for the Colts in the first round?
the
Tight
Colts.
end.
Yep. No,
Tight
they
end.
got
They go Morrison here.
the Colts
Mm.
got
Yeah. In the first
It was
round we
Loveland.
did Loveland.
Lovely, 100%. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. All right.
Is that
So
Morrison
what-
here?
Well, I don't think that.
Why didn't you? Yeah, play him close to home. You scouted him. He's out of Chicago, really. It's
Yeah.
Morrison or Watts, right? I think Morris is the guy.
Plus, Watts is more of a safety than he is a corner.
He's 100% a safety. I'm not even sure he's a great safety.
Edge.
I think you go Team Maloa,
Aloha.
the JT, the edge rusher out of Ohio State.
Mm.
I know Landon Jackson's higher, but I saw him play. So that's what it's for me. I saw him play.
See, and I like Landon Jackson just because I've seen his tape, and he's just an all-around solid lineman. He's a good piece for a defensive line that needs to be built.
Okay.
But-
So, Mark, you tell us which one you're going to go.
Pick the bald man. Come on now. He's staring you in the face, Mark.
I think I'll go. It's tough. I don't know.
You can coin flip it if you want.
JT.
No,
I
all right.
was going to Josiah Stewart.
Just out of nowhere.
All right, the Cardinals, Arizona. We got them. They had Jalen Walker from linebacker, the first one.
Yes.
They need
Okay, so
defensive line help.
So
probably.
is this where Landon Jackson goes in?
Yes,
Mm.
I think that. And now you always right there next to each other. That's what. And remember, there's 32 defensive tackles in the top 101. That's how it's going to be a very big defensive tackle draft.
Mm.
All right, Miami went to the first. They picked, even Worry, the safety, out of South Carolina.
They definitely need offensive line help. But I wouldn't be surprised if they also did something out left field and just completely picked up another speedster, just because they're Miami.
Or
That's
they
all
go-
they do.
Or do they go dart?
Dart. I mean,
Too high to go quarterback for Tua?
Is it really?
I
Might
just
be
feel
too
like
high. I don't know.
I feel like
I'm gonna
next
go-
year.
I think Ursi is the guy.
Ursi.
So you guys tell me where to go, and that's what we'll pick. Well, that's what we'll do.
Ursi makes more sense. You could also say someone like Embo, but obviously
I wouldn't mind Fanning Jr. Honestly.
For a tight end, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Let's go Ursi, and we know what's going to happen. We have Cincinnati. We got Michael Williams.
They need more defensive line help. Oh my goodness! Because what if they don't keep Hendrickson? What if they end up losing the guy? They need to build that now. So probably either an edge or a D tackle here.
All right, which one, guys?
There you go, edge with Mikael Williams.
Yeah, so I think Alfred Collins makes a lot of sense here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can get behind that.
All right,
Yeah,
we got
I think I can get behind that
Seattle.
one, too.
So we got Seattle, guys. We got 2 in the next 3 picks. Seattle took in the first round.
Wasn't it a wide receiver? I think.
We gave him Matthew Golden. Okay.
All right. Why not give him a tight end?
Ooh, okay. Like Harold Fanning Jr. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But then what does Denver do?
Man, you know what's crazy is that I know we already gave them a running back, but man, Mbuka would actually be great here for Bo Nix, but he's already gone.
Yeah, Buka won't be here at 51.
Oh no, I know. It's just I would rather see him go to the freaking Broncos. But okay, who do we got left and what? No, there's no one really. That's
Jaden Higgins, but he's a little bit of a reach right now.
Hey, get your guy. But no, they need defensive help, and I think tight end because then they. Yep. Oh no, yeah, they did, yeah.
Arroyo is interesting, but I think you could get him in the 3rd round.
Now, maybe this one of situations where they again trade, but again, we're not doing that. We're just picking who most likely best player available.
Mm-hmm.
This best player available, probably Stewart.
Yep, Josiah Stewart.
Do they need a safety?
They don't say they do.
You think Watts? I know, but I can't even think of who their safeties are. So,
Watts, it wouldn't be bad. It's one of the best players available, but I feel more comfortable with them going for a D line.
Where do we go, Josiah?
Well, hold on. Their defense is a 3-4, so they would want.
They got Hufanga, right? They just signed Hufanga.
Yes, so I think a linebacker that plays as an edge as well would make sense. I just can't think on the top of my head which one is a linebacker / DE.
Josiah Stewart.
Josiah Stewart?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah. Then if that's the case, then yes, that would be a perfect fit. They need to fit the scheme, otherwise it would be rough for them.
All right, so now we have Seattle. Does Seattle go with a quarterback yet? Jackson Dart ended up going to Denver, to Seattle.
Who's their starting quarterback again? Because I know they don't got Geno no more.
What's your boy's name?
Sam and Sam.
Oh, Sam Darnold. Oh,
Sam Darnold and Sam
Howell. Howell. That's a good.
Oh wow.
Howell.
Howell. Yeah, they got Sam and Sam.
I bet Dart could go in the 3rd round, or if he goes like much later in 2nd. So,
I think Embo. From I'm just looking. Purdue. Yeah.
Yeah. Man, there's a few linebackers that I think are probably being slept on. They're gonna.
But linebackers honestly are ranked really low, so they're not even. We're looking like maybe 8 more picks before we really get to the linebackers, and that's what they're ranked in this draft. The linebackers. This was a bad linebacker draft.
Well, they said the same thing about last year too. It wasn't.
Who did we get for Tampa the first one?
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't remember.
They got Shamar Stewart.
Yeah. No,
Okay. Then, yeah.
I was going to go Amos, but what'd you say?
I agree. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I have no issue there.
Okay. Who the F cares? I care less about Green Bay.
All right, let's see here.
Y'all can do whatever y'all want. I can care less.
Well, I know you could care less. But let's actually.
Did you click on him? What did we give him in the 1st round?
I think it was
Luther Bird in the 3rd.
I cannot even remember who we were drafting.
The wide receiver Luther Bird in the 3rd.
I'm trying to remember. Do they forget?
I think they have to get cornerback.
So let's go Thomas this time.
Thomas,
sure.
Thomas is fine. Man, who's going to get Watts? It's not Buffalo.
I don't even. Aren't they still trying to trade Jair Alexander?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Is that? Yeah.
All right.
Edge and
the Chargers.
Who do we give them first?
The Chargers.
I forget. Go Chargers. Go. Chargers. We gave.
Where is LAC?
Okay, so we gave him what? GT. Okay,
Kenneth
so we know we got that.
Kenneth Grant.
Defensive tackle.
Dare we say
Edge?
Yeah, Edge makes sense here.
Edge.
Yeah, Donovan.
Edge would make sense.
Even a running back would make a lot of sense for them.
I was about to say, hold on a second. Didn't they just sign a running back? Though?
They just
Man,
did.
they got
signed
Najee.
Najee Harris.
So that's a shame because Judkins
That would be the
I'm
perfect
just
pick.
kidding.
Yeah, but no.
Donovan, that's where we're going.
Mm-hmm.
I think Watts goes to the Bills. This is what I've been waiting for. I think Watts goes to the Bills.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Sure, I guess. I'm not too sold on them doing a safety in second round, but sure, we can do it. I'm fine with it.
I mean, Buffalo has what did they get in the first round? They got defensive tackle. So now going safety here. I mean, you really trying to build that
yeah. I mean, to me, they need more so corner help than they do safety help because they picked up safeties last year in the draft. But that's just me. I don't
know if there's a corner right now.
Yeah, but that's the problem.
Super reaching. Maxwell Harriston's not bad.
But you know what? If Watts is falling down, yeah, because it's your Harrimore Harrison. So, I mean, we can do Watts. I just don't think that they'll get a safety in second round. But sure, we can do Watts. I'm fine with that.
Given how you want defensive lineman, I mean, we could go Swinson. Swinson has been talked about in a lot of places that he could be a starter, but you already want defensive tackle.
Competition, baby. That's right. No, we can do Watts. We can do Watts.
Well, Swanson's an edge rusher. He's not a.
He's an edge rusher.
Yeah.
Speaking of edges,
which is exactly where I was thinking we should go. Wide receiver, you go get your best edge rusher right now.
Best player available for them.
Winston.
Yes.
Why are you always taking the edge rushers before I go?
God. Sorry, I'm not trying to. I don't care what they get. It's not All right, so now, wow, the Texans.
Running back?
I was going to ask what the running back
situation.
Running back,
they still got Mixon?
I thought they did.
They still have Mixon.
Well, they had Mixon still.
I also say Higgins.
Higgins?
They got left tackle.
Yeah.
You go ahead.
But, like, do they really need a wide receiver? Because they still have some young guys at wide receiver.
Who do they have?
Nico Collins, Tank Dell.
Nico Collins.
Tank Dell is
I know.
Five pieces.
No,
Tank Dell's out for the season.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Tank Dell might not play again.
That makes it sad. That really makes me really sad.
Yeah.
And they got Christian Kirk, though. Did they get Christian Kirk?
His injury was really bad. His career is up in the air right now.
It is.
That breaks my heart because I really like Tank Dell.
Yeah, he's on my team. I love him.
All right. Well, then. Well, let's be real. Realistically, their line would need help because didn't they get rid of pretty much everybody on their line?
Yeah, but that's why they got
we went offensive line in the first round.
Josh Simmons.
Oh, we did. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what's stopping them from doing it again? You know, I don't know.
There's no offensive guard that's ready for them. You're not going to get Donovan Jackson. He's a right tackle.
Okay. Then what are you guys thinking? Because you said Higgins and.
But I mean, they already got Christian Kirk. Do they go with a young guy? Or do they give John Mechie a chance?
Like 1 year, isn't he?
He's I think it's a 1 year deal.
The Texans for second round is just the hardest for me to decide. I
think you still go Jaden Higgins so you can have a decent rounded receiving core.
Well, I guess if Tank Dell is truly, potentially done forever, I guess why not?
Or do you go Dylan Sampson?
Well, I was wondering running back, but I don't know if you want to go that high for a running back when you got.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm more of a fan of Neal than Sampson, but that's just me.
I actually agree on that. I'm more of a fan of Judkins, but I don't think he goes into the end of the second round, more the third round.
Which is so disrespectful because Judkins is totally a second rounder.
He's a first rounder.
Yeah, well, yeah. Like any other draft, he would be a first rounder. But in this draft, there's so much talent already. People are just going to overlook the fact that he split a backfield. And I think that's what's going to cost them.
6'4", 214.
Oh, yeah, he's going to the Texans.
Yeah, they're grabbing him.
Yeah.
He's different than all the rest of their wide receivers.
Yeah, he's going to the Texans.
All right, Baltimore. Who do we go with Baltimore in the first round? We said it Mike Green.
Yep.
Defensive edge. They need offensive line help, and we've depleted it. But Donovan Jackson's there. He's a right tackle.
Well, they got their left tackle back, so they don't need a left tackle.
No.
So
They do need a right tackle because they lost Morgan Moses.
They did.
That's right. Donovan Jackson sounds like a good pick, guys.
Yeah.
All right. Detroit Lions at 60.
Twa.
I think they go Trey Harris, but you tell me yes.
Nah.
Trey Harris.
Not
Not
Jalen
center
Noel.
available. Have we even gone center?
Not yet.
Are there any decent centers?
I'm bad at. I'm bad at knowing.
Oh, there he is.
You know, like,
Georgia. Jared Wilson. 102.
Wow.
yeah.
We're a little high. A little high still.
Who did Detroit go?
First round they went
Sturdy. Yeah, so they don't need another edge rusher.
No.
unless they want to because they love
Ratledge. Tate Ratledge might be a first round type of talent. Do you not want to go Tate Ratledge?
It's only 10. That's actually not a bad pick, I don't think.
Sure.
And yeah, they need more offensive line help.
And what do you know? We're just taking everybody away from you.
Yeah, it's like everyone you want.
It's fine. Used to it by now.
I see somebody that I want the Eagles to get, but
This is all to Mark. Whatever Mark wants, this he's gonna get.
Well, can we scroll down a little bit?
Sure.
Oh, wait, are you on all?
No, we're on everybody.
Oh, man, never mind. I forgot who the Eagles have already at that position. I was like, oh, yeah, sweet.
I did see somebody, but
the Commanders are on the clock, and they're
no
calling
edge rushers left.
They're calling Superfan Mark.
Let's go
We
Junkins.
need your help, Judkins. I actually think that's not a bad pick.
I think that's a great pick, actually.
I don't like Robert.
That's one other position I feel like we need help in.
I think that's a great pick.
We'll go Junkins.
I think that's, really a great pick.
Yeah.
The Bills.
Well, you already gave him a safety.
They got safety and a defensive tackle.
Ooh, safety and defensive tackle. Why not give him a wide receiver finally? I
like it. Yeah. I like it. No, I like the wide receiver. I think this might work.
All right.
Or they go what?
Sampson? Someone to go behind Cook? Do they already have like 4 running backs? Maybe they don't need a
Yeah, they do. They have a really good running back that they drafted last year.
Yeah, they had a good one.
Out of Kentucky, I think. He's out of Kentucky.
Yes.
Yeah.
So wide receiver.
Right here. So now Kansas City.
Tackle, maybe? A tight end or offensive tackle? Even though I think Nolan, their backup, is fine to take over Kelsey's role, but wouldn't be bad. I guess they're thinking D tackle because of the idea that Carter's not going to be there after extended period of time. He's getting older, maybe. I don't know.
He's not. He's 28.
Well, that's true.
He's the best one in the NFL. He's 28.
Yeah, sorry. What I mean is that to pair him. My bad. I meant to pair. But I see the guy that I want my guys to get, so I'm not going to say who.
You got Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter.
No. I'm talking about the Chiefs.
I think Elijah Arroyo might be a good pick here with the Chiefs.
All right, here we go. So excited.
Well, it's up to you guys, though, because, that's not their defense.
I think that they need line help, but sure.
Where
they go, Sampson.
There you go.
That actually, I think that makes a lot of sense. Sampson?
Yeah.
Because they're not signing back Kareem Hunt, right? So there you go.
They are. You already signed him. You already did sign him.
Okay.
He is.
All right.
But
Okay. Let's give them the one. Let me see. They would either go edge, and there's no edge there, but you know who is there? Knight Jr. is there.
Yeah, Demetrius Knight is a good pick, especially for you guys.
Yeah,
what do we give him first, bro?
the first round.
Lineman?
Yes, and it was a great steal for that right there too. So I think that they go linebacker here.
Yeah, because Zabel is amazing. He's perfect for them.
I mean, Zabel just sounds like a Philly name.
I'll buy a jersey now. But no, I think Knight, because I do think that they focus on that defense because they figured out everything else. So Knight would be the best player available for them because all the other edges are gone. So perfect.
All right. Now we got the Giants. Oh well, okay. Well, that was our first 2 rounds that we did.
Man, that was draft complete, guys.
That wasn't bad.
I ain't gonna lie. I was definitely stressing a little bit when it came to the second round. I was like, oh, my knowledge, my brain. I'm thinking about fantasy and not realizing.
I was having the same issue too for a while. I was like, oh Lord. I was like, after the first round, I was like, ooh, this isn't good. I'm starting to reach now.
Yes.
Is there any way to grade our picks?
We could have traded too. We could have made trades.
What? What?
Yeah,
we could have definitely made trades.
What do you mean?
Yeah,
I was asking that too. I was like, hey, well, they should do a freaking trade here. The Broncos should. But we can't do trades. You over here not saying a word.
I even brought it up because I said I feel like Cleveland might be trading down.
I thought Broncos.
From the beginning, you said that, yeah? So what I've done is
Washington because we're going to get Abdul Carter. I'm kidding.
All right, so I got I pulled up Mel Kiper Jr.'s draft. He has Cam Ward first.
See how bad we are.
He had Cam Ward going first. We got Cam Ward going first. Is Abdul Carter going second? We got Abdul Carter going second. He has Shadur Sanders going third. We have Travis Hunter going third. I like our pick better.
But I feel like his will be updated after those moves that just happened.
Yes, I agree.
Yes, Travis Hunter going fourth. We got Mimbu going fourth. I like it.
Yeah.
He has Mason Graham going fifth. We have Will Johnson, the cornerback, going fifth. He has Ashton Genty going to the Raiders. We put Shadur Sanders there. I would love to see the draft if Shadur Sanders wasn't put at 6. How would have felt? I wonder if the Saints go with Shadur Sanders.
No, Saints. Also, I just realized that in the first 2 rounds, we did not say Jackson Dart or Ewers was going to go.
I think Jackson Dart will go in the first round. I just didn't pick him this time, but I do think he'll go in the first round. I think someone will trade up.
Jackson Dart, did we?
Nope,
we did not.
Oh, I think Jackson Dart. I think a team will trade up into the first round to get Jackson Dart. So they're gonna have that.
All right,
50.
go ahead, Al. I got you.
Oh, he's leaving.
No, so we have Tyler Warren going to the Jets at 7, and so does Mel Kiper. Yeah, Jalen Walker going to the Carolina Panthers. We have McMillan going to the Carolina Panthers. They have Jackson Dart going 9 to the Saints. We have Will Campbell going 9 to the Saints.
Interesting.
They have Michael Williams going to the Bears. We have Mason Graham going to the Bears. If Mason Graham's there, he's going. He's there. We have Kevin Banks going 11. He has Mimbu at 11. We have Amari Hampton at 12. We went Ashton Genty.
Hey, what did I say? I said Amari Hampton to the Cowboys. Just saying.
What? Wait, Ashton Genty was there.
Well, I said if Genty's not there, I think the Cowboys draft Amari Hampton.
I agree. I think that one way or another they go. We got Will Campbell, Miami Dolphins. We went Nick Emenrory. He has Colston Loveland going to the Colts. We have Colston Loveland going to the Colts.
Hey, look at us.
He has Mike Green going to the Falcons. We got James Pierce Jr. going to the Falcons. I still think that's a win both that way. He has Will Johnson going to the Cardinals. We have Jalen Walker going to the Cardinals. He has Shamar Stewart going to the Bengals. We have Michael Williams going to the Bengals. These are all same positions, though. Is Nick Emenwari going to the Seattle Seahawks? We have Matthew Golden going to the Seahawks because Emenwari's already gone. He has Campbell going to the Buccaneers. We have Shamar Stewart. He has McMillan going to the Broncos. We have Amari Hampton. Oh, we did have Jackson Dart. Jackson Dart went. He has Derek Harmon going to the Pittsburgh Steelers. We have Jackson Dart going to the Steelers.
Oh yeah, we did
first
have
round.
Dart.
So it's still. Said Matthew Golden going to the Chargers. We have Kenneth Grant. Yes, Ibuka going to the Packers. I hated that, but I thought that might be what it is. You guys said go Luther Burden. Still wide receiver, you know.
Yeah.
Jahdae Barron going to the Minnesota Vikings. We got Jahdae Barron going to the Minnesota Vikings.
Look at us.
The Texans got Josh Simmons. We had the Texans getting
Josh
Simmons. 26, we got Azarae Thomas, cornerback, going to the Rams. We had J.I. Campbell going to the Rams. I think I like ours better. 27, he has Malachi Starks going to the Ravens. We have Mike Green going to Ravens. I like ours better. 28, you got James Pierce going to the Lions. We have Nick Skirton, both defensive ends.
Jesus Christ. And his mock draft, James Pierce goes one pick before me.
Yep.
Ugh.
Maxwell Harrison going to the Commanders. And you went Rebel Jr.
What's Maxwell Harrison? Edge rush?
He's a cornerback.
Corn. Oh, so we both had corn.
Out Kentucky. So no matter what, we're going Kentucky. Yeah, we're going that. Bills get Kenneth Grant, defensive tackle. We have Derek Harmon, defensive tackle.
Oh, so he probably flipped it. He has us going corner in this one and probably edge in the next one.
And the next one. Mm-hmm.
Like how
so
we
he has
edge and then corner.
We got Kelvin Banks going to Kansas City. We got Emeka Ibuka going to Kansas City. Both are great picks. Either one of those are great picks. And they have Walter Nolan going defensive tackle to Philadelphia. We have Grade Zabel, which I think is a better pick for them overall. Going to Philadelphia.
I guess if you're going Nolan, it's because you're trying to replace William, but
you kind of already have people, so that's why I thought that was weird. But
well, no, they have starters, but they like a rotation.
That's true. That's true.
And then if you bring Nolan in, you still have that rotation.
Who do
you really need 3 first-round defensive tackles? Come on now.
They're gonna say yes, we do.
I'm sure they will.
All right, man. I think that was a really good my first mock draft for us. That's our 1.0. I think that was a pretty good. I mean, we had the right positions.
A little bit.
Yeah, we had the right positions. We did really pretty good.
Right, yeah, I feel like for the most part we nailed the positions. We just had some different players, people.
But I think we did what we needed. We saw what the need was, and we picked for the right guy. So I'm okay with all these things.
It was funny though how you guys were like, "Oh, what do we do with the Colts?" And I was like, "Loveland." Oh,
that's a perfect place.
And then Mike Mayock was like, "Yeah, Loveland guys, come on, what are you doing?"
Oh,
I was sitting there trying to figure out what to do. And then I was like, "Wait, what's that other tight end's name?" I was like, "Oh yeah, Loveland."
I love Loveland. I think he's a perfect tight end, and he's a perfect tight end for that team. I love Loveland. He's out of Michigan.
To the Packers, so Love can throw the ball.
Oh my God! Don't do that to me. You already had to play for Michigan.
Well, they already have like 2 first-round tight ends, so
yeah, that's true. They do.
They're like the Raiders, you know.
Like
Michael Bear can be available. Someone wants to trade for him.
Oh my goodness! I guess because you have so much talent already on the Raiders, so yeah.
Well, I don't think they're gonna have what's his name come off the field ever. So.
Would you?
No, I wouldn't either. I'm just saying. What can I not think of his name? Oh my God. Tight end out of Georgia, plays for the Raiders. For some reason, my mind is blank.
Oh, the great. Why am I?
Broke the record for.
Oh my gosh! We've been talking about him
for a week.
Ever.
Anyway.
We've been talking about him forever.
For a week, he had the record for most receptions by a rookie until Malik Neighbors broke it. I cannot believe my mind is just blank right now.
What is going on?
Awful.
What is it? Bowers. Oh my God.
Brock Bowers.
Bowers. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's so bad.
His name.
That's so bad. But
I see his face. You saw him in person, you'd be like, "You play football?" They're like, "Yeah, not only does he play football, but he plays it at a high level." Okay,
he's one of the best. So Jalen Noel didn't get drafted. Jalen Royals didn't get drafted. Man, all our wide receivers. Jack Betch didn't get drafted. Cameron Williams didn't get drafted. I think all of this makes sense. Arroyo didn't get drafted. I don't think any of these guys get drafted. So yeah, not in the first 2 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
Only thing I think might be interesting is if Jalen Milroe gets drafted in the 2nd round instead of the 3rd.
I was gonna say, I think he'll get drafted.
No, yeah, in the 2nd round.
Someone's gonna be like, "Yeah, we'll take you."
As far as you getting Wyatt Millam, Caleb Johnson, and Mason Graham, I like it. I don't care. That's fine. I will probably like Judkins even more than I like Caleb Williams, but I think the Bears like Caleb Johnson. He's the same size. He's a little bit faster.
Was there a 2nd round for Mike Mayock?
No.
Or not Mike
No,
Mayock.
only 1st round so far.
Say his name. Oh, okay. I was
So
interested
far,
to see who he had me drafting in the 2nd. I don't know why I said Mike Mayock. Not a name I've heard, even had in my brain for a while.
So
Mel
Mr.
Kiper, that's his name.
Mr. Kiper, Mel Kiper Jr.
Yeah. The guy who's more wrong than he's right most of the time, but yet still has a job doing analyst.
Because he had great hair.
Weird.
He had great hair.
I think it's the hair, but I think it's because he's just so confident in what he says, even though it's wrong. You're like, "Oh, you seem like you know what you're talking about."
Well, since none of us know, we're just gonna go with you.
Yeah, exactly. Especially when he first started, people were like, "Who's doing stuff on college football like this?" I mean, now everybody's got one, but
exactly, everyone says, "I know what I'm doing now." Who do you think is the best one?
I like the other guy from ESPN almost more than Mel Kiper. Can't remember his name, but he's the other guy who does it that usually butts heads with Mel Kiper.
That always says, "Mel, you're wrong." And he's like, Todd.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Todd McShay.
Yep.
That's his name. Yeah, I like him more than I like Mel Kiper.
McShay makes a lot more sense, but you know, we could be the next McShay. That's all right. You could put us in there.
I'll make it a little pompadour. I can be Mel Kiper.
Well, I think it's time for us to start breaking down some of these position groups. So I want to, next couple of weeks, we're going to kind of work on defensive tackle. I talked about that. I think I want to do that even Sunday, defensive tackle. And then Wednesday, I might not be here because I might be taking my children to on vacation. So you guys will have to do defensive ends. I think you can do it. I think you guys can do it.
I don't know. My internet is as bad as it was right now. Oh my God.
Well, we all will pray, hope and pray it works out.
I almost ripped this computer and threw it across the room. It was like every 2 seconds, circles. I was like, oh my God.
It's happened to me multiple times, man. So.
And then like I could only hear like every other word you guys were saying, and I'm like, I can't understand anything. You guys kept freezing, and then it would just load screens. I'm like, oh my goodness. Of course, now it's working fine. So
it's funny because you're talking like all of a sudden you wouldn't say anything. I would know that you're frozen, but it looked like you're still just like that.
No, in real life, this was me. It's so annoying.
That's hilarious. All right, well, guys, this was our mock draft 1.0. As I said, we'll be doing position breakdowns going forward. But you know, we hit our hour and a half mark. It is now 10 o'clock for Eastern Standard Time, so I'm gonna get Mark out of here and force him to go to sleep because he has to work in the morning. And I'm gonna go watch some more shows. So we'll see you guys.
He's gonna watch some more shows, be on some more shows,
and read a comic book.
And to read.
I have it ready to go.
Very nice, very nice.
But we will be back here on Sunday, bright and early at 10, and then we'll be talking again next Wednesday about all these positions and getting ready for the draft. We only have 4 weeks from tomorrow, and then we talking draft time, guys, and then we can start doing our real draft for Dynasty. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. For Alec, who's gone right now, Mark, I'm Brian the Grizzly. We will see you guys later. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you. Appreciate all you guys.
Later.
Getting hype when I aim up, elevating that game up, stepping up to the competition. Only first place, and that's how I'm living. I'm with it till they digging up my grave, eating all the things up on my plate. Game face when I step up in the place. I was born and when I watched me elevate. When I watch me elevate.